Okay, welcome back to another video. So let's talk about the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis. Last 2 years, we saw them get stopped short of the Eastern Conference Finals when everyone was expecting them to make it to the finals while they were having the reigning two-time MVP and the best record in the conference. But what can we expect from this year's playoff run? They have added additions like PJ Tucker, Drew Holiday. I think those are great pickups. They have the returning players like Chris Middleton, Giannis, and Brook Lopez. So what can we expect from this Milwaukee Bucks team? Can they make the finals? To be honest, I don't think they're going to make the finals. I think their ceiling is the Eastern Conference Finals, and if they make the finals, I would be shocked. Yes, Giannis is the two-time reigning MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, just one of the most dominant players we've seen in a long time, but we've seen him for a couple years now. When the playoffs start, we've seen this with a bunch of players, but Giannis specifically, when the playoffs start, and the defenses change and half-court offenses start hopping in, and teams can play you 4 times in a week, and they can adjust to your habits and your game styles. He's been getting stopped. The Bucks have been slowed down. We saw Mike Budenholzer, the coach of the Bucks, get outcoached in multiple series. His coaching decisions have been questioned, so I don't think they can make the finals. But the Eastern Conference Finals is not a failure at all. I think this is a success, especially since the Bucks haven't been there. It's either they haven't been there yet with Giannis, or they were there once because they got stopped short a couple times. But if they get back there this year, that's something they build on. I think that's a great stepping stone to continue to get Giannis into the finals. But I don't think this roster, and more specifically the star players, matches up with other top teams in the East, and that being the Nets and the Sixers. If the Nets are healthy, I think offensively the Bucks can't stop the Sixers. The Bucks can't stop the Nets offensively. I think KD is just going to be too dominant. KD, Harden, and Kyrie against the Bucks. Yes, the Bucks are a good defensive team, but I don't think they can stop all this firepower. And the Sixers, I feel like the Sixers and Bucks will be a closer matchup, but the way Joel Embiid has been playing, he's been playing out of his mind, like the best player in the East right now. I don't see anyone stopping him, and that includes Giannis, because Giannis typically doesn't guard the best player on the opposing team. Ben Simmons, too, has been improving his game. He's a defensive stopper as well, making tough minutes on Giannis. They always have good back and forth matchups. But Tobias Harris has been a sleeper on that team, so I think he'll pick up the slack. So I see the Sixers edging out on them on that front. The Heat, I feel like the Bucks can win, and the Celtics, I feel like the Bucks can beat. It'll be a closer series for the Celtics as well, but I don't see the Bucks getting past the Sixers or Nets to make it to the finals. But that's not a failure. Teams expect, and certain fan bases and players expect, that you get a bunch of players, you play good, and you're instantly in the finals. It takes years to develop that chemistry and get your players and your rotation right and your coaching right. So I think next year is their window to make the finals. This year I only see them making the Eastern Conference Finals, but that's not a final. That's not a failure. Giannis has been a great player this year. He's arguably in the MVP conversation again, even though he's been out with injuries. Defensively, he's a monster still, two-way player. He's improved his game a little bit. I still want to see that mid-range and that 3 improve, more importantly on the mid-range game. But I don't think their roster stacks up with other teams in the East, and that's about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the Bucks. Do you think they can make the finals, or are they going to get bounced out earlier? Do you like their matchups against the Nets or the Sixers? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.